Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So we had a pretty strong rally yesterday, but then it basically fizzled out. We've got a bit of a pin bar, range bar forming here. So to me, this bit of structure to the left is interesting, but it doesn't fool me with much conviction. So we are in a downtrend. We have had a decent pullback into the downtrend. I would prefer a higher pullback. So 103,669 is the area that I would much prefer that pullback to get to. That was a previous bit of structure. You can see there, very solid support area. I want that tested. So that would be the area for me to be shorting off. This level here is a micro level. It's not a major level in my eyes on the 8 hours. So the fact that we're flirting with it here, I anticipate probably some form of base and then another leg higher. Oscillator is starting to grip the upside. Nothing really serious just yet. That obviously needs to be above the 80 and then get really close together for me to start getting worried there. So this is just a solid uptrend at the moment. If you start dropping down to the levels that we want to be trading today, it starts at the 8 hour, it starts at the 1 hour. A couple of things that are brewing. So before we get to that, let's just look at yesterday. So yesterday, that was the level I gave you. If we broke above that, you're looking for break and retest that area for a continuation up. That's exactly what happened. It was a pullback to test the 155 EMA. So on the hour, we've got a half decent crossover here that has brewed. Now, what's brewing at the moment is pretty much a range. I'm just going to do that for you. That's the range that we have. That's the structure. Right on this micro level. If I go to the left, you'll see on the hour it is a fairly decent level. But on the 8 hour, it's not really a decent level. Look at my oscillators. They have crossed over far apart. So I would anticipate another continuation to the upside. And we are looking for this 103,669. My advice to you this morning on this pair is quite simple. Pay attention to the 15-minute chart. Wait for the market to open, get your levels in. If you can just get this support here at 102,383, so I want a big move, sort of a move up, and then a decent support. I don't want to above and below the level like this. So get up, find some support here, let the oscillators ease off. You're looking for a continuation to the upside. Dare I say London breakout strategy. So first 7 1-hour bars of the day. You see we've already got 1, 2, 3, 4 brewing. So draw your range around that. If you start getting a break to the downside, you can see there is a bit of structure here that you can look for, and that's at around 102. But if you get a break and a retest of the current high of the morning to the upside, nice tight stop loss below this range, and you're looking for this continuation higher. This is the area I'd be paying attention to, 103,669, and I would actually put a short in at that level as well. US dollar, Japanese yen, a similar kind of scenario that is brewing here. So we've had a move up yesterday, nothing really happened. This week, actually, nothing's going on. We haven't quite rejected that area. We did test this area to the downside, which I gave you yesterday, which is 137,432. Oscillators have sort of eased off a little bit and separated. Does look like a flag forming. So I think still another leg down just to find some support further down here before this flag is complete, for another leg to the upside. Pretty much similar to what I'm expecting on Euro USD. So you're looking for another leg down on Euro USD, but you need to take that off a test of a breakout. So you want some resistance to trade off. And that's pretty much, if you look at the hour here, big down, big up, and then this morning, big down, big up, it just continued. My view on this is sit on hands, to be honest. Look at that structure there. We broke it to the downside. Pretty much that range target was hit. Gap was closed, as I said to you yesterday. If we broke that structure to the downside, you're looking for that. That's what's happened. Buyers came in off that structure, and they've pushed price to the upside. So if we can maintain support here at 138, expect another leg up to close this top gap now at 138,500. So I would be on the 15-minute here as well, and pay attention to price action. Just keep modifying your levels based on the time frame that you're on. So this is the first one, 137,958. So each of these fractals is going to offer some form of support. Even a deeper pullback down to there. And there's a swing high. It was tested. You can see our break retest over there, but that would offer another opportunity. This one here is another opportunity here. So that's kind of my view at the moment. See if you can get some price action off a level, and then you're anticipating a move back to the upside. If you get a break below the level and then a retest of it, then I'm anticipating a move back down here to 137.432. So that's a pretty messy trade at the moment. So I'm sit on hands on that one. British pound, Japanese yen. This thing is still going nowhere slowly. So big up, big down, and then we're just grinding higher. We've got all the crossovers, but look at my oscillators. Not something that I want to be trading long at that level. If we drop down to the 1 hour, you can see yesterday was pretty much range, big up, and then all over the place, then squirts, and then all over the place again. So this is another one which I think I'd rather just wait. It is grinding higher, so if you take my emotion out of this chart, pull back onto structure, start buying off 165.63. I'd want a tight stop and just ride this trend to the upside, just continue riding the grind. It's just going to be a messy grind, and what happens when it's grinding like this, it just puts it plays with your mind, because it's not moving as quickly as you expect it to move, and you're anticipating something to go against you, and you just start taking trades out too early, or alternatively making stupid mistakes. So that's typically why I stay out of it when it's grinding like this, because if you take this day on the 15th of July here, look at that. You just drive yourself mad waiting for price to go. Eventually, towards the end of the day, say, no, it's to hell with it, I'm out of this trade, and then the next day it actually goes. And then you're cursing yourself because you didn't get in, and then you start making mistakes because now you're jumping it up here, then it pulls back, then you get out, and you get burnt again, and your emotions take over. So for me, when it starts doing this, big up, big down, lots of tails, lots of barbed wire, I just sit on the side and wait for better structure. Euro British pound. Well. Completely against what I was expecting. So I was expecting this little flag here to form and a continuation to the downside. That hasn't happened. We've got back to the moving averages here, and we've tried to test some structure higher up, but that has also failed. So for me at the moment, you can see there was the range. We got the range break to the upside, but was not what I was anticipating. I was anticipating a move to the downside. Just shows you not an exact science. But if we look at the 1 hour, big strong move up and then straight into a range. London breakout strategy, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'd be looking at here. And I'll tell you now why. So we've been all over the place, in amongst the moving averages here. Now we've broken to the upside. We're trying to hold the moving averages. Oscillators are easing off. They're easing off quite nicely, and you can see last time this happened here. Eventually grouped, and then little move up, little pullback, and then explosive move up. So this explosive move up into a range, I would anticipate a measured move of this kind of structure. Okay, so London breakout, we're looking for a break of 0.85294. So 0.85300, call it, on the 15 minute. There it is there. It's the current high of the day. Looking for a break and retest of that for a move back to this area here at 0.85667. So that would be our measured move to the upside. Next scenario is going to be a break below 0.85135, which is a current low. Sorry, I lied. That's not the current low. There's a current low now. So we're looking for the first 7 1 hour bars. And if this is it, it's 0.85116. So break and retest of that. Stop is above the range, and then you're looking for a move. Let's just use this level, pretty much down to this area here at 0.84914. That's 2 bits of structure that I see, but I think a break to the upside is going to be pretty violent. You're probably definitely going to be looking for that next level, which would give us a fairly decent trade, to be honest. 256 point stop loss for 350 point gain, so that's a fairly decent risk to reward. Anyway, that's kind of my view today on Forex. I think Forex is a cautious setup across the board. Very cautious setup across the board, to be honest, and rather focusing on the indexes with earnings season out at the moment, because there are some really decent, easy setups on that environment, which should make you some money today. Anyway, hope it helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.